What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Liam and Luna's hopes for the future. Liam wants hope again, and Luna hopes her night with will paid off in spades. That concludes your week on the Bold and the Beautiful, complete with a little wackiness, wickedness, and weirdness. Let's get started. How surprised are we that Liam wants hope because hope just happens to be there? Because she is a little taken aback by all of this newfound affection and insistence that she is the one for him, as she has always been. Maybe Hope even knows that's the reason Liam wants her. Really? Oh. Hope might say otherwise. Steffi might also. It's possible that's how Liam got two daughters from two different women who are basically the same age. We see you, Liam. We are certain that you would kiss Steffi against her will while Hope was away and then tell her to give up the wedding ring because Finn wouldn't really care. Since Carter won't really care about it, right? Carter, who? Oh, that guy you got Hope to commit to you for the rest of her life? Yes, that man who only wants to marry. At this point, we have no idea how many times that engagement ring has been worn. Even Deacon is pretty much Carter who? Okay, now that he has a backup, we might not feel so bad for Carter when Hope ends things, which of course, she will. Sure. He might have adamantly declared his undying love for all things Hope once again, but like Liam, do we really think Daphne cares? Obviously not. Or she wouldn't be back in Los Angeles. Carter also pretty much knows he's reached his expiration date with Hope, or he wouldn't be insisting they elope right then and there. As soon as Carter found out that Steffi was leaving town and that Liam would stay, he knew he had to see the signs. What else might occur? Girl, go get your favorite pair of Nikes and run. Hope. Run like the wind. Run so quickly and far away that Forrest Gump will not be aware of what happened. Run. Hope, run. Simply do it. Sincerely speaking, why even consider doing this again? Were you raised by Brooke Logan or something? Look at your mother. She has been a grandmother multiple times and continues to leap from speedboats into the ocean in an effort to attract a man since she worked as a caterer as a college student. In 30 years, will you really want this for yourself? You know this man can't stay true to you. When he thought he was going to die, he didn't even want to tell you. Remember that Steffi had to do it? Who and what do you want here? We don't need to sleep while watching our soaps, so you might want to run from Carter as well. However, there is another option on his way. That's right, Hope, Thomas Forrester's coming home. You can even sing it like Hamilton's tune. Wait for it, wait for it. Therefore, it appears that Luna's ovaries continue to function normally despite a minor injury like a gunshot wound and a coma lasting several weeks. In point of fact, Luna appears to have kept track of her cycle while she was in that coma and knew when it was the right time to give Will alcohol, don a mask, and get into bed with him. She asserts that was not the intention, and she anticipates a positive pregnancy test anytime soon. She's even clutching her belly as if the bundle of ill-gotten joy awaits. Even though Luna was able to complete all of this with a new scar and bed sores, the certainty that she is pregnant is kind of exaggerated. Although we are sure she is pregnant cause this story isn't gross enough already. No doubt Elektra is going to end up pregnant, too. Again, cause this story isn't gross enough already. Now, a word about Poppy and Katie. They are essentially the same mother, despite the fact that one might not believe it. Do you remember when Luna was still a good person and we believed that Zend had sex with her when she was high on Poppy's mints, and that he had sex with Luna? Luna woke up thinking she had just lost her virginity to RJ, and it was happy Zend standing there. So we believed. Now that Luna is aware of Zend's identity, we will continue with the original narrative and the mother's reaction because that was probably not the intended narrative at the time. Poppy found out that her daughter had basically been sexually assaulted, but she told her daughter to forget about it and not tell RJ about it because she didn't want to ruin a good relationship with a nice guy. Say what? Yes, that is Poppy, the woman who is relieved that her daughter has passed away as well. She obviously is not. Now, how does Katie stack up? Will imparted some wisdom to her son after telling his mother about the night before. Yes, Will, you may have been sex abused, but son, ignore it. You have this amazing girlfriend you don't have to tell. 'Cause why ruin a good thing? Will even followed her advice and had sex with Elektra the night after. Because, after all, mother is right. Oh dear. Liam and Luna's tangled hopes for the future demonstrates that even when the dust seems to be settling, there is always another storm on the horizon. The Bold and the Beautiful has never been one to shy away from storytelling that is layered and chaotic. Liam Spencer has decided, once again, that Hope Logan is his one true love, his family, his destiny, the woman he should never have strayed from. But of course, Liam's timing is as suspect as ever, since Hope is freshly engaged to Carter Walton. It's almost a script written in bold neon that Carter, poor dependable Carter, is doomed to heartbreak, because the minute Liam survived his near-death ordeal and announced to Hope and Beth that they were his whole world, everyone in the room except Carter could see the writing on the wall. But just as Liam throws himself into reclaiming Hope, Luna Nozawa is charting her own disastrous course. She is practically convincing herself that the pregnancy test she is clutching will come back positive, and that her miracle baby will demonstrate that she was correct to orchestrate such a twisted union. She is still clinging to the delusion that her night with Will Spencer was something magical and fateful. It's as if Liam and Luna are reflections of each other, both clinging desperately to the idea of family as salvation, both blind to the devastation their choices are about to unleash on others. Hope, caught in the middle as always, wears her confusion like a veil. Does she really love Carter, the steady, kind man who has never wronged her, or does Liam's dramatic return to her orbit stir emotions she thought she had buried? She doesn't know, but what she does know is that every time she sees Liam looking at her with Beth in his arms, she feels the pull of history, of love stories written and rewritten over and over again. Meanwhile, Carter can already sense he's losing her, and though he tries to hold on to his dignity, every stolen glance between Liam and Hope is like a dagger in his chest. Luna's arc, on the other hand, is what causes the chaos. Sheila Carter is appalled to learn just how twisted her granddaughter has become. She sees in Luna a reflection of her own heinous tendencies, but she also possesses a youthful recklessness that makes her even more dangerous. Sheila, on the other hand, is powerless to warn anyone because to reveal Luna's secrets would imply that she is still alive and interfering, so she watches in irritated silence as the next generation spirals out of control. Will Spencer is trying to play house with Elektra, believing that their sweet romance will continue unabated. However, Luna's obsession is like a storm cloud, and he is unaware of the scope of what is about to happen to him. Elektra may believe that she is living the first real love story of her life, but what happens when Luna begins exhibiting pregnancy symptoms and identifies Will as the father? If Luna drags Will into her mess, the Spencer family could collapse, Hope's engagement could fail, and Liam might find himself fighting not only for Hope's love, but also for control over his son's future. The fact that Liam tells Carter he should step aside because Hope belongs with me just as Carter is finally ready for a stable marriage, and Luna is telling herself that her child with Will bind her to the Spencer legacy forever is what makes the whole situation almost comically tragic. In a world that thrives on impermanence, these characters are all repeating the same cycles, betrayals, and desperate attempts at permanence that the audience is sure to be able to see. If Liam truly loved Hope, would he wait until Carter had secured her hand before rushing back in? Would Luna have needed deception to bind herself to Will if she truly believed in love? Even as the show plunges headlong into melodramatic chaos, these questions continue to haunt the plots. Always the cautionary tale, Brooke Logan stands out in the background as living proof of what happens when you let men like Ridge and Liam dictate your life. Years of heartbreak, years of stolen moments, and years of chasing love like there is no end in sight. Hope might want to remember that before she lets Liam's sweet words pull her back in. But Hope being Brooke's daughter means she might just follow the same tragic path, leaving Carter in the dust while convincing herself Liam will change this time. And as for Luna, if her test turns positive, the Spencer family will have no choice but to reckon with her, and Sheila might have to step out of the shadows to either protect her granddaughter or to stop her from becoming something even more dangerous than Sheila herself. This is the madness of The Bold and the Beautiful: love triangles, paternity tests, miracle babies, and betrayals that keep happening while the characters pretend to be making decisions for the future when, in reality, they are just reenacting the past in louder, messier ways.